Hey guys, Lewis here, and in this video I want to do a Lingq French review. So I'm going to be reviewing the Lingq website, the Lingq sort of web app or mobile app, doesn't matter, to learn French. And essentially the question I'm going to be answering is, can you learn French up to a fluent level just using Lingq? Is Lingq actually worth it? Is it better than other tools? Now, if you're new to this channel, my name is Louis again, and I'm a native French speaker, and I've learned multiple languages using Lingq and using other tools as well. So I have a pretty good idea of what it takes to learn languages and how to do it effectively. Now, I'm on the Lingq website here, and I'm going to answer the question I asked in the beginning right away. Is Lingq actually worth it? Can you learn French with Lingq? And the answer is absolutely yes. Now, there is a caveat here, is that if you don't like reading, then just forget about it, okay? Lingq is just not for you. You're not going to learn French on Lingq if you don't like to read. Now, if you do like to read, this is absolutely a tool that is so much better than just having a Kindle and trying to read novels in French, or going online and trying to learn, trying to read articles in French. Why is that? Well, let me show you. So the main sort of value proposition on Lingq is that you can learn languages from content that you love. And I should add some information here, is that if you want to learn French, you're mostly going to learn it through reading on Lingq. There is some listening available, there is some audio stuff, but it's more limited. But on Lingq, essentially, you're going to be importing a lot of articles of your own, or you can choose articles from their library, and you're going to be reading them. Let me show you right now what I mean. So I'm on my profile page here. This is a test account, just to show you guys what's going on. And here I'm in the lesson library, and I have a bunch of lessons here. Oh, wait, actually, this is Japanese page. Because I did a demo for Japanese as well, but I'm going to show you the French page, the French lesson library. So you have a bunch of lessons here. So if you're a beginner, you don't need to worry about that. You have guided courses with a bunch of levels. You have mini stories with the audio content as well, and then you have articles in French here that you can read. And I'm going to click on this first article here. Okay, and oh wait, no, it's actually a YouTube video. I'm not gonna take that. I'm just going to take a very simple lesson just to show you what's going on, and I'm gonna click on it, and this is basically the lesson. You'll see a bunch of words highlighted in blue here. These are all the words that I do not know. I mean, of course I know them. I'm a native French speaker, and you can just start reading here. Salut, comment allez-vous? Bienvenue à Lingq, quel est votre nom? Vous voulez apprendre une nouvelle langue? Bien, à Lingq, vous apprendrez de nouveaux mots. And etc. And here, the main value proposition for, articles. When you're reading articles, the difference between this and just going on the internet and reading articles in French is that you can see the words that you do not know, and you can differentiate them. There's a way that you can actually know that this word I know, this one I've never met, this one I'm currently learning. So here, all of the words in blue are the words that I presumably do not know. Now, this is a new account. It's a test account, as I said, so it's currently thinking that I don't know any word in French. But if I click on it, for example, this one,
Comment?
as you can hear, I mean, I think you could listen to that, but it's playing the audio, which is hugely valuable, but also it's showing me the translation here on the right. Popular meaning. I don't know why it's in multiple languages here, but you can get, the Google Translate translation and so on. And if I click multiple words like this, as you can see now, it's essentially in yellow, and so this means that I'm currently learning this word. And what I can do here, and the thing that's hugely valuable, is I can go on this flashcard icon here and review page. And it's going to present me with a flashcard system here. It's a spaced repetition system. Now, this is one of the biggest, the most important features of Lingq in my personal opinion. So you have a flashcard system here, which means that every single word that you do not know in the articles that you read on the website, you're going to be able to save them in the flashcard system. As a matter of fact, they're saved automatically, and you're going to be able to review them later on. The problem when learning French, when learning any language, is that there's so many vocabulary words and phrases. And the problem is not learning new words. If you read articles on the internet, you're going to learn a bunch of new words. The problem is retention. How do you memorize them? How do you remember them in the long term? And so with the flashcard system here, which you would not have if you were just reading articles on the internet, you're able to, just review stuff, learn stuff.
Comment?
You can flip the card. You can say, do I know it? Did I not know it? I knew that one. And so this allows Lingq, the intelligent algorithm behind Lingq, to actually schedule other reviews, other flashcards that that you need to do, all of the the drills that you need to do in order to memorize things long term. And that's the big difference between just reading things online and reading things in Lingq, is that if you take a novel in French, about 50% of the words in that novel are only going to appear once, and some of them are only going to appear twice and 3 times. And once, twice, 3 times, none of this is actually enough to enable you to remember things long term. You don't have enough opportunities to meet the word and really work with the word to be able to master it in French. So that's the huge that's a huge feature in Lingq, being able to read articles and save them automatically to flashcards and remember them in the long term. Alright, so now what I want to show you, I'm going to go back on the home page, and this is essentially what they talk about here. Dramatically increase your vocabulary. Watch your comprehension and confidence grow in French. That's true. And another very valuable feature, you know what, actually I'm going to show you, I forgot to show you how to import an article. This is actually pretty easy. I'm going to go on lessons, and I'm going to go to import lesson. I did the demo for Japanese, so I have a Japanese page open. I'm just going to close it. That as well, that too. And here I can import an article in French. I'm just going to look for one. I'm going to go to Le Figaro, which is a newspaper in France. So I'm just going to choose one article. There you go. I think that's fairly good. That's interesting. Notre classement des 20 meilleurs restaurants du monde en 2022. So it's about the best restaurants in 2022. I'm just going to copy the title here. Okay, I'm going to go down to the article, and this would be the description, and then I'm going to copy the article here. And I can't copy everything, apparently it's paid, but it doesn't matter. Just going to copy that and paste it here. Alright, now I can just save and generate the lesson. Okay, the lesson is saved. It's going to take a bit of time, but not too much. I can just wait here. And here I have the lesson. I can actually view it. And there I am. Now I can learn French using this article about the 20 best restaurants in 2022. And I can click on words. Question.
Question.
Comparer.
Comparer.
Figaro.
Figaro.
And I'm just going to learn French like that, just by reading articles that seem interesting to me and reviewing the flashcards. So this is hugely powerful, because one of the biggest problems when learning French is that you're going to do a bunch of lessons, and a lot of times it's super boring, if you do the textbooks and so on. And here you don't need to do the textbooks. Just read stuff that you like and learn from it. Alright, now the last point I want to make is actually about statistics and tracking your progress. So this is another feature of Lingq that you cannot really replicate on your own, or you don't have on other websites, is you can get a pretty good idea of where you are with your French learning. So I'm going to go to my profile page here, and you will see that I'm getting a bunch of stats about the number of known words, the number of words I know. And by the way, if you're learning multiple languages, you can do that with Lingq. Here, as you can see, I have stats for Japanese as well. I can keep track of the number of words that I know in French and the number of words that I'm currently learning. And here, the reason why this is so good is because, if you know 2,000 words in French, so it would, be displayed here, you know that at this point you can have fairly good conversations with native French speakers. You're not going to be native by any means, but you know sort of what level you're at, and you can predict when you can reach that level. So your first objective here should be to have 2,000 known words, and the second objective, which would be you can have very, very good conversations with French people, is you should have 5,000 words. The 5,000 most common words is where you can understand, you have a knowledge about the 98% of all words used in conversations in French. So it's a very good point. So that's what I wanted to say here about statistics in Lingq. You can track your progress and you can predict when you reach a certain level. If you learn 10 new words on Lingq every single day through one new article, and by the way, I'm going to go on the lesson page in the lesson library here. You can see I'm hovering over that lesson and it's showing me the number of new words in that lesson because it knows exactly which words I know and which ones I do not. Alright, and so that's pretty much it. And now I just want to show you one last thing about Lingq, which is I don't think a lot of people are using this feature, but you have tutors on Lingq. So I'm going to go to the Lingq website. Okay, devenez tuteur à Lingq. Become a tutor. No, that's not what I want. I want to get access to tutors actually. So I'm going to click on the tutors page. Let me go back to my account actually. Okay, and as you can see, you have tutors here for French, and I can choose where they are from if I want to learn a specific sort of version of French here. Canadian guy, for the accent, maybe not so great depending on what your objectives are. Here a guy from, is that a guy from India? I think I don't know, it's kind of weird. A guy from France. Anyways, you can click on the profile here, see their introduction video, and you can actually book that person for conversations on Skype, Zoom, whatever you're using. And it's not very expensive at all. You can book a conversation and see when that person is available. There should be a calendar here. Well, apparently that one is not available very often. You can also submit some text if you want to learn by writing. You can submit that and that person will correct you. This is very similar to things like italki or Preply, where you can learn, you can have tutors and have lessons on using a webcam or just a microphone. So that's basically it. That's all I wanted to talk about with this Lingq French review. I hope you liked this video, and once again, there's a link in the description of this video if you want to get a free trial and some free credits for Lingq so that you can actually use it for free for a while. So that's pretty much it, and I'll see you next time.